always struggled as an industry, certainly in the last like 10 years, to figure out how to drive more direct bookings. And I liken it to like a puzzle where the pieces are always changing shape. So you never really know like how to put this thing together. Why, from your perspective, and you talk to a lot of clients out there, I'm sure, and you guys are thought leaders in trying to lead the charge here, especially being a channel manager provider. Why is this historically been so hard, and what are you seeing right now as the industry starts to come back?
Yeah, I feel like it's just grown as an industry too, where I feel like the online travel agency boom had occurred, right? And then with that, there's so many other options for guests to go out there and book, and that different platforms that they're advertised to, where you'll see it in every single day. Now that you're seeing it in commercials, social media ads, everywhere, that all these different online travel agencies provide guests so many different platforms to choose from that you find direct bookings kind of fall by the wayside and kind of go out in the afterthought of the property, because they're getting all of these different deals, right, push out at them from Booking.com and Expedia, and then the emergence of meta search platforms, and even Google has meta platforms now, to where it's like direct bookings kind of fall by the wayside and don't really get the exposure they need. And with the emergence of these online travel agencies kind of making it so easy for guests to book, sometimes they'll forget about the direct bookings, because some of these websites aren't really advertising it, or aren't really giving the responsive and mobile friendliness that they need to where guests can book on a mobile device or on a tablet. Because nowadays everything's happening on the go, and especially, with the emergence of a lot of the younger travelers hitting the market, a lot of the millennial travelers, they want to go on their cell phone, book a room, have it done within 2-3 clicks, and it's done. You don't need to talk to anybody, you don't need to reach out. Just kind of want to make it at a fingertips notice, right?
Yeah, you're right. Nobody sits down at their desktop by and large anymore, or laptop, to book a hotel. You're probably doing it on your phone, standing in line at the grocery store. So it has to be easy to follow, right? Mm-hmm. And it's one thing to say that you're at the big box hotel in your major urban city center and trying to drive direct bookings that way, because you've got name recognition behind your property, and you're in a city that a lot of people are traveling to. You've got density of guests in a particular area, versus somebody who's got your hotel ABC in your drive-to market, or even in your urban center. I mean, it doesn't have to be drive-to, that nobody would be searching for, because they don't know your name. They don't really know that you exist. And you've got there's this strange landscape of as that independent hotel, do you spend marketing dollars against some of these big hotel companies, trying to drive a handful of direct bookings if you're lucky? Meanwhile, spending potentially thousands of dollars, your customer acquisition cost is really high, versus do you just spend that money on other things and rely on the OTAs to fill your hotel? I know that there's probably people that are like, yes, always go after direct bookings, but you've got to figure out what the best use of your money is. And I'm not necessarily advocating you should fill your hotel with Expedia guests or Booking or whoever, but is it worth going out there and spending marketing dollars to maybe get 2 or 3 room nights a year, that are not business travel, like legitimate direct booking leisure guests, versus just relying on OTAs?
Yeah, exactly. And it's that funny piece too, to where some hoteliers hate online travel agencies because they're hating the commissions, but it's one of those things where we always call it a necessary evil, right? They're going to take their commissions, they're going to take their revenue, but the great way to look at it is they're only making money if you're making money. The only way they're doing it is they're bringing revenue in the door, right? Yeah. So it is at a cost, but like you mentioned too, where do you kind of weigh the cost, and how do you figure out, all right, if I'm setting up a cost per click model against some of these big guys, how am I going to weigh out versus just doing that direct percentage with the online travel agencies? But what a lot of hoteliers don't really understand about these online travel agencies too is where they're bringing in, of course, Expedia bookings or Booking.com bookings, Hotel Tonight, the list goes on. But they also found that, we did a report, it's something called the billboard effect within the industry, that 1 in 4 guests that actually see you on an online travel agency are going to go direct to your property's website to check you out. And especially in this new post-COVID era that we're in, we've been seeing that more and more common, that guests are actually going direct to properties websites to check out the property, to see their COVID guidelines, to see their updates on the check-in process, on the cancellation policies. And then also they've been finding too, there's a lot more packages and deals that they're pushing out direct that you can't get via these online travel agencies. So with travelers becoming more and more educated, it's really crucial to be able to have these different avenues on your website, to have little pop-ups saying, hey, here's X% off for a long stay, or these are the different packages we're running. And then also show that, hey, listen, we've done our guidelines, we're clean, we're doing XYZ to help bring you in so we can keep you guys here for a longer time, right? So it's kind of that way off between having the online travel agencies but also helping them drive direct bookings at the same time.